Welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin, and today is one of those days, and it's been one of those days all week, that makes you appreciate having a water-resistant watch. I just walked my daughter to her school, and this is not the kind of weather that you could wear a fancy watch in. A lot of high-end watches, JLC, Patek, they can handle rain, but it's the leather strap that screws you. And so to have a metal band and, the added water resistance of something like this really is great for the rainy season. And it cleans up nicely. And there's something about not having the Cyclops on the crystal that makes wiping down the crystal kind of nice. And those no-date Rolexes are kind of nice in that regard. The Oyster Perpetuals, the earlier Sea Dwellers, the no-date sub. When you wipe down the crystal on a watch with Cyclops, you have to sort of get in between the Cyclops to really make it look nice, and just a little bit of added hassle. Not hating on the Cyclops, it has its place. It's certainly a symbol of Rolex, but I gotta say, I think I prefer, in a sense, aesthetically certainly, the lack of a Cyclops, and I do when I'm wiping off the crystal, and look how clean it is. Welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin. A Rolex AD report. All right, I'm right outside of Shinjuku Station. Behind me is a department store. In the department store is a Rolex Authorized dealer. I stopped by. They had one 34mm blue dialed Oyster Perpetual with a 369 dial. They had three steel 36mm date justs, a 34mm steel date, and that was it. The rest two-tone gold pieces. I don't even bother bringing up Daytonas and GMTs and subs anymore. It's just a fool's errand. And I did some watch shopping earlier, and footage is on the way for that. Got a lot of good footage and things I'm sure you'll be thrilled to see. Pre-owned shops, gray market shops, and just finished doing that. And when I was doing that, I talked to one of the shop staff of one of those shops, and we were talking about Rolex and the Authorized dealer. And according to them, these steel pieces are kept in the back and they never put them out. You have to be a VIP, and that means that you have to have spent money on two-tone pieces, gold pieces. They're for the customers that take care of them. And so I think we knew that, I knew that, you knew that, but according to this gray market staff, that's the way it is. And when you go to a Rolex Authorized dealer, they deny that to the hilt. I've asked them about that. Now, they say that they just put them out. And my next question is, well, so you just have to be lucky. I just have to come a lot. And eventually I'll possibly get lucky and I'll stumble upon, one of these steel sports professional models. And they never say, yeah, that's what you have to do. I think they feel bad because I think they know they'd be sending you on a fool's errand. So they always go, yeah, no, yeah. They just really, they don't give me a yes or no. I don't think they can bring themselves to say, fully commit to the lie and say, yeah, that's what you have to do. So they always they just hold back, I can tell. And their eyes say, you'll be wasting your time if you come by. We don't put them out. And I think we all knew that. But anyway, just a short report. No steel professional Rolexes to be had. And there's only one way to get them in Japan if you want to pay retail. And that's buy two-tone, buy gold pieces, spend a lot of money. That's what you got to do. There's one more AD close by. Let's to say we did stop by. All right, report number 2. That authorized dealer had a few more pieces. They had, I want to say, 6 36 millimeter steel Datejust, 2 34 millimeter Oyster Perpetuals. You can see that right here. And that was about it. Everything else two-tone, precious metal. And it seems that Oyster Perpetuals, the 36 and 39, have gone the way of the Daytona, Milgauss, Sub, Explorer. You know, those are as hard to find. I think in theory, you'd probably have easier luck stumbling upon, say, a 39 millimeter blue dialed Oyster Perpetual, or perhaps the, less popular grape dial. The white dial and the black dial are really popular. But again, I think you'd have more luck stumbling upon those than some of the professional models. I mean, I think walking in there and seeing, say, a white dial Daytona or a black dial Daytona it would be like seeing the second coming of Christ, pretty much. It would be, probably Christ would come back sooner than that. That's the feeling I get. But the guy behind the counter, I chatted with him a while, and for lack of anything else to talk about, I talked about the Steel Professional models and asked them if they keep them in the back for their VIPs, for the people that spend a lot of money and buy the precious metal watches. And he was adamant they don't do that. He shot down that assertion immediately. And it was pretty convincing about it. Maybe he's had a lot of practice spinning that, but he almost convinced me. But yeah. And again, you can only buy one of those models a year. So, if they are selling these models to the VIPs, then, by the rules of RSC or Rolex Japan, they should only be buying one a year. So if you get your steel Daytona, you wouldn't be able to buy a GMT. Again, what they say and how this actually works in practice. If you're spending thousands and thousands and tens of thousands at these ADs, perhaps the rules change a bit. I don't know if the lack of even Oyster Perpetuals is because people can't get the Steel Professional models, and they're saying, okay, well, I'll just go with a 39 or a 36 millimeter OP. I mean, look, I've thought about going for those models in the past because I was able to get them, and so I almost did that myself. So I can see customers doing that, and so I don't know if that's happening or they're getting less because of the COVID situation, or those models are just becoming popular. It's probably a little bit of everything. I don't know, but anyway, let me know what you think. Take care. Thanks for watching. See you next time.